What up guys, G Fragrance here, and today I'm going over some Argo fragrances that I felt you guys should be checking out. Now these fragrances that I have are 8 of them. I normally only own about 8 Argo fragrances, but they're all pretty much bangers, all right? Now I am looking to add more fragrances to my collection. I also see they got a new release in Odyssey that I also need to check out. So the list will grow within time, all right? But these fragrances right here from the House of Argos, man, I think they're absolutely amazing. But for my list's sake, this is gonna be ranked from worst to best of what I believe, which is the best one. Now, for the first fragrance on this list, we're gonna go with Basio Immortal, all right? So Basio Immortal pretty much just compare pretty much to, ombre leather from the house of, Tom Ford or Tuscan leather around that same department, because this fragrance right here pretty much has that nice leather and raspberry combo. Now, overall, I do get that kind of similarities, but to me personally, I kind of like the vibe of this one. This was a little more smooth, a little more refined, and pretty much it's cheaper than the other one, right? Than Tom Ford fragrances in general, all right? The fragrance is pretty nice. Good performance, about 6 to 7 plus hours of sexy vibe. You get that leather raspberry combo that just smells amazing, all right? And the fragrance pretty much hits pretty hard. It's very classy, very smooth, and absolutely refined. So now let's jump into the note breakdown, guys, so you guys can know how good this fragrance pretty much really is, all right? So in the top note, we got the raspberry. Like I mentioned previously, that raspberry that comes in very similar to ombre leather and is very smooth, very clean, absolutely amazing. We got the pepper, bergamot, and lemon, all right? When we get into the heart, we got the pink pepper, jasmine, leather, and violet. Like I mentioned again, there's the leather. We get that leather and raspberry combo that's gonna give you a very similar DNA to the ombre leather or Tuscan leather. If you guys looking to buy Tom Ford, go with Tom Ford. But this fragrance is cheaper than those two, smells very similar, and it's very smooth, all right? For me personally, it just smells smooth, all right? So you guys can check this fragrance out if you guys want to, all right? Going to the base, we got leather once again. We got some musk, oud, vanilla, and birch. So like I mentioned previously, this is pretty much a nice, leathery, smooth scent profile that smells amazing, very sophisticated, very smooth, clean, and absolutely addicted to me, all right? I love wearing this fragrance. I'm gonna do a full-time situation, put the sweater on, spray it on, get those compliments rolling, and just continue to smell amazing. So listen, if you guys love that raspberry leather combo, check this bad boy out. It is extremely phenomenal, and boys, it pulls compliments. Rock this bad boy and smell amazing. Moving on to the next fragrance here, we're gonna go here with Birth of Venus. Now, this fragrance right here is not going to be for everyone, all right? The fragrance is very, very, very sweet. Now, for me personally, I do enjoy the fragrance. My girl enjoys the fragrance. So listen, it's a unisex fragrance. If you guys want to try this fragrance out, by all means, check it out. If you guys not into sweet fragrances, then this fragrance is not going to be for you, all right? This is a nice, delicious, gourmand, sexy fragrance that just smells extremely delicious, very mouth-watering, and absolutely addictive, all right? This fragrance just hit hard for me, especially if you're an individual who love gourmand, sweet fragrances. This fragrance is absolute heaven, man. It projects crazy longevity, crazy performance, perfect for the fall, winter time situation. The fragrance is phenomenal, boys. All right, so let's get into a note breakdown of Birth of Venus. You guys can know how delicious, addictive this fragrance really is. Now, in the top note, we got the peach, grapefruit, bergamot, orange blossom, and lavender. Should I stop there? Because that alone is extremely addictive, all right? When we get into the heart, we got the jasmine, raspberry, chocolate, all right? We got some Irish, rose, and violet. This fragrance, I'm telling you, boys, it is a dessert. If a girl wears it, be ready to eat her up for dinner. If you wear it, boys, you better start running, because these girls are becoming for you, all right? When we get into the base, we got the cashmere, we got the sandalwood, vetiver, amber, lambinum, and sandalwood, all right? This fragrance, I'm telling you, boys, it just hits hard, man. If you into sweet, gourmandish, chocolate fragrances, all right, you're gonna love this bad boy right here, because it is a banger, all right? Check it out, sample it, do whatever you gotta do. But if you love sweet fragrances, this fragrance is worth checking out. Moving over to the next fragrance here, we're gonna go with Jupiter Lightning, all right? And this right here is a brand new fragrance that came out this year, 2026. And it's a smooth fragrance. If you guys are ready for the summertime, that is pretty much around the corner, this fragrance is gonna be perfect for that type of environment, all right? This is a nice, fresh green tea type of a scent profile that to me smells absolutely amazing. Kind of remind me a little bit Nishan Wulong Chow with that green tea vibe that smells phenomenal. Now the performance of this fragrance is gonna give you about 6 hours of longevity. So when I wear this fragrance, I normally do rock a travel atomizer if you guys want to do that. But the scent profile is definitely top notch. The ladies love it, my girls love it. A lot of people, when I put it on, they're like, boy, you smell pretty good. So if you guys love that green tea type of a vibe, you love fragrances from the House of Argo, this fragrance is definitely worth checking out. Now, let's look into the note breakdown so you guys can know that your boy, G Fragrance, is not playing and he wants you to smell amazing. All right, so right here in the top note, we got the bergamot, lemon, cardamom, and juniper berry. All right, if you guys not familiar with cardamom, cardamom is a very, very sexy note, man. Just letting you know, it's a very, very sexy note. So just putting that out there. All right, when we get into the heart, we got the tea, the sage, the saffron, and the orris. All right, now this fragrance pretty much gonna start smelling even better once we get into that heart note, because the fragrance is just a beast. All right, when we get into the base, we got the cedar, musk, and cypress. All right, so overall, this fragrance is a fresh citrus beast of a fragrance with that green tea that pretty much lasts pretty much from top to bottom. All right, it just smells absolutely amazing. So if you're in the market for something for the summer that is around the corner, you love the fragrance from the House of Argos, you don't mind the fragrance that it's about six hours of longevity, but it still smells good. You want to travel, you want to walk around with a travel atomizer, this fragrance is going to be perfect in your collection. All right, so make sure you check this beast out. Moving over to the next fragrance here, we're going to go here with Perseus. All right, that's how you say it, Perseus. And this fragrance I do like, but this fragrance right here is not gonna be for everybody once again, right? This is gonna be a dark, smoky leather rose fragrance. All right, so if you guys are into that type of department, you know, leather and rose combo, you're gonna love this fragrance. But it's very smoky, all right? It's a smoky leather with that nice rose, and it hits nice. It's smooth. I've been wearing it during the winter time I got it this year, and I was wearing it during the winter time, and I enjoyed it, man. It's really nice, very sophisticated, best for special occasion. All right, we want to wear like a suit, you know, tuxedo, whatever the case might be. You're gonna go for a special occasion during the winter time or fall time. I highly recommend to check this fragrance out, especially if you love that leather rose combo. The fragrance is absolutely amazing. Now, if you don't like smoky, dark leather fragrances, it's not gonna be for you. Hands down, it's not going to be for you, but the fragrance is fire. Performance is top notch, longevity is top notch, and it is absolutely amazing. Now, let's get into a note breakdown of Perseus so you guys can know how beastly this fragrance really is. So, in the top note, we got bergamot, saffron, and cardamom. I said cardamom, addictive, sexy. I'm telling you, it's a beast. All right. When we get into the heart, we got the rose and leather, like I mentioned previously. That's pretty much what the fragrance pretty much lasts in. It's a rose leather combo that's pretty much stays from the longevity of the fragrance, and it smells amazing if you love that combination. And in the base, we got the cedar, musk, and oud. So that oud, that gives you that dark, smoky vibe that a lot of people is not going to enjoy. But if you love that type of combination and that smoky leather rose and you don't mind that oud, you're going to love this fragrance. The performance is top notch and it smells absolutely amazing. Like I said, best for special occasion. Put a tuxedo on, you love that floral, you're going to go on a date during a fall and winter time situation, bring this bad boy on and boys, thank me later. So now we're going down to our last 4 fragrances here, and these are pretty much my holy grails, all right? These 4 are the juggernaut of Argos. So if you buy any of these 4 fragrances, boys, I feel like you're gonna leave just straight up satisfied. All right, for the first fragrance we're gonna go here is with Dene. All right, this is the second half of the list, and this fragrance is just good, man. Yeah, so this fragrance pretty much gonna be probably one of the most easier fragrances. It's gonna be easy to enjoy from the House of Argos because it's just so easy to wear, easy to pull off, very laid back. I'm like, whoa, I'm chilling. I am absolutely chilling with this fragrance right here. And that's pretty much what this fragrance brings to the table, and it's good, man. It pulls compliments, got good performance, gonna get you noticed, and boys, you're gonna be one sexy poppy taking over. All right, so let's get into the note breakdown so you guys can know how sexy this fragrance really is. All right, in the top note, we got the bergamot and lemon, give you a nice citrus open that is nice, smooth, and clean. All right, when we get into the heart, we got the cashmere, pink pepper, sandalwood, and Gaia wood. All right, this fragrance right there in the mid note is really when it starts getting really, really sexy. And when we get into the base note, oh boys, when we get to the base, panties are dropping. All right, we got the musk, we got the sandalwood, and that sexy, dark, sexy patchouli. All right, boys. So listen, I'm not playing. Dene is a fragrance that you guys should be checking out. Hands down, very easy to wear, easy to pull off, just name it. It's an easy blind buy. If you guys love blind buying fragrances, honestly, I don't recommend it. Sample before you buy. But if you guys into blind buy, I think this is one of the safest fragrances you can probably buy from the Argos line. It's absolutely phenomenal. Moving over to the next fragrance here, we're gonna go here with Fall of Faith in. And this right here, it's just pretty much, I feel like any man that puts their nose on this fragrance is going to love. They're just gonna love it, right? Now, this fragrance is not gonna be a compliment scent profile, all right? Just so understand that. If you plan to buy this fragrance or check this fragrance out for whatever means, this is not a compliment fragrance that you're gonna get from the ladies, and the ladies does not like this scent at all. But the fragrance is phenomenal if you're an individual who just want to wear a fragrance that you just enjoy. And that should be the main reason why you should be wearing fragrances. So this is going to be a nice citrus smoky scent profile, very dark, very bold for a confident individual, and it hits hard, man. It just hits hard, man. This is a fragrance that you are going to get compliments from the guys. Hands down. Dude's going to be like, boy, what is that? Whoa, boy, what is that? I need to know what you got on because you're smelling phenomenal, all right? The ladies ain't going to give you that kind of reaction. But overall, it's a nice, smoky, confident, boosting fragrance that just smells amazing. Now, for the note breakdown of Fall of Faith, so you guys can know how good the fragrance is. In the top note, we got ginger, bergamot, lemon, pink pepper, and cardamom. Cardamom, sexy. All right, when we get into the heart note, we got lanthanum, lavender, and oud. That's the note that nobody really likes, but it smells amazing and it makes the fragrance just last pretty much almost forever. All right, when we get into the base, we got the leather, tonka, vanilla, and musk. That tonka gives it a nice warm vibe, and vanilla, one of the best notes in the game, boys. Just sign me up. All right, so the fragrance, once again, guys, is a smoky, sexy fragrance that I personally do enjoy, but it's not a girl's magnet. It's a guy's magnet, not to, you know what I mean, all right? I'm not trying to say you're trying to attract dudes, but, if you're looking for compliments from dudes, you're gonna get the compliments from dudes, all right? Not from the ladies, but the fragrance is phenomenal. So make sure you check this beast out if you're looking to elevate your game. Moving over to the next fragrance here, we're gonna go here with Sacred Flames. And this fragrance is absolutely breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. You put your nose on this fragrance, you're gonna be blown away. Just hands down, you're gonna be blown away. If you put your nose on this fragrance and you tell me you don't like it, man, I don't even know what to say, man. Like, I don't know, because everybody that put this fragrance on has been blown away. They're like, yo, what is that? What is that? And I'm like, bro, it's Argos. It's Sacred Flames from Argos. You guys, you want to spray some on? And they start spraying them on. Sometimes I bring this thing to work and people put it on and they enjoy it. The fragrance juice is just fire, man. This is a fruity, juicy bomb, and it smells absolutely addictive. All right, the opening is fire, the heart is fire, the base is fire, the performance is fire. Everything about this fragrance is just top notch. Honestly, a masterpiece from the house of Argos if you guys want to check it out. Now, let's get into a note breakdown so you guys can know what this fragrance is pretty much all about. Now, this fragrance has a very deep note breakdown, so I'm going to just pretty much read a couple so you guys can know how good the fragrance really is. All right, so in the top note, we got some clove, peach, pepper tree, bergamot, ginger, grapefruit, and tangerine. Fire. All right, that's that fruity, juicy opening that oh boy, it's addictive. All right, when we get into the heart, we got the cinnamon, iris, patchouli, rose, jasmine, tuberose, and violet. Fire. When we get into the base, we got vanilla, amber, benzoin, sandalwood, cashmere, tonka, and vetiver. Fire. Fire. All right, guys. So if you guys were looking for something this beastly, I'm telling you right now, we're cautious because this fragrance brings a lot of heat from the ladies. It's addictive. I'm telling you, it's an addictive scent. So if you put this on, boys, start running. I'm telling you, start running. All right, because this fragrance is going to lure every beautiful lady around this goddamn area, and they'll be coming for you. All right, boys, so make sure you check out Sacred Flame because this fragrance is a beast. Now, for the next fragrance here, now this is my personal favorite from the House of Argos. Hands down, one of the best release of all time. One of my favorite fragrances, period. All right, this is the top of the food chain. So you want to smell like G fragrance? Check this beast out, man. And we have here is Triumph of Bacchus Extrait, man. This right here is just My goodness, man. Oh, this fragrance is so good, guys. Boys, I'm not even playing. You know, do whatever you gotta do. I don't care what you gotta do. Sell your house, sell your wife, sell your kids. Put your nose on this banger, man. This fragrance is so good, man. I just cannot get enough. Like, I cannot continue my life without not having this fragrance in my collection. This will always be in my, it's just so darn good. Now, this fragrance gets compared to Mancera Red Tobacco. Nah, scratch that. This fragrance is a beast of its own, a beast that must be contained. This is one of the best smelling fragrance, hands down to me, from the house of Argos. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what is the debate, but put your nose on this fragrance and thank me later. All right, let's get into a note breakdown, guys, because I'm not playing. You guys need to know how beastly this fragrance really is. All right, in the top note, we got white peach, fire, rum, fire, green apple, and saffron. The opening is just nothing but heat, boys. All right, when we get into the heart, we got the tonka, jasmine, patchouli, and vetiver. Boys, this fragrance just screams. I don't want to say nothing. So I don't want to say nothing crazy, but it's just, you know when you wear it. All right, base, we have tobacco, vanilla, amber, musk, and sandalwood. This fragrance is a fruity, boozy, sexy freaking beast. Performance, longevity, sexy vibe, compliment factor. This fragrance is a goddamn beast. And boys, do yourself a favor, sample it. Before you buy it, sample it and let me know in the comments if you enjoy this fragrance, because this fragrance is bringing heat. If you guys are looking for some amazing summer fragrance that I'm obsessed with and you want to smell amazing, check this video right here as your boy provide you with those bangers. See you on the next video.